Prosecuting attorney for today, Mr. Strayhands, the ship surgeon.
I saw.
The list.
Where be the defense attorney?
There would be no defense
All
attorney.
of them are gone.
Maybe the wife.
No.
Would the wife want to defend him?
She won't defend him.
She won't defend you, of course
Or the
not.
Black Sisters. None of them are here.
All right, I need a new defense attorney for Mr. L.O.S.E.R. You will defend L.O.S.E.R.
Yes. Yes, no? No. Ah, I'm alone.
What an evil look on your face. Wipe that
somebody else
thing
be better,
off your face.
I think somebody else would be better.
I think somebody else would be better.
Aye. Who shall we name it?
I think we should have Betty Bones.
Betty Bones?
Aye.
All right, Betty Bones, stand right here. You are now defense attorney.
Oh, that's a rotten offense there.
And we are trying today,
Well, I mean defense
Mr.
too.
L.O.S.E.R. Mr. L.O.S.E.R., you will stand over here as the accused.
I'm allergic to the sun captains.
Well, just stand here for the moment.
Too bad, sir.
I mean, you're dead. Why should you care? All right.
Ghosties like
You know, what were the charges against Mr. L.O.S.E.R.?
Oh, we need a judge, sir.
I know we need a judge, but there's just something wrong with this here picture.
Let me bring the original charges against Mr. Odell.
All right, bring the original charges before.
Okay, as we all know, as members of this crew, we signed the code of conduct upon joining this crew, right? I present as evidence, and your signature on that dotted line.
I don't see no signature.
Your signature does not appear in fact, sir.
Aye.
It is there in spirit. Also, we're going to judge this under the Code of Orleans, which is going to be very bad for you, sir. Okay, the reason for this is that you tried to sell a member of the crew, to wit, one Betty Bones, for nefarious purposes. Under the code, rule number 2, you did not give the captain his due share of such profits that might have accrued from this.
There was
I'll
no
plead you.
profits made.
And why was that, sir?
Because she killed the guy.
Ah, she did not hold up her side of the bargain.
Hey.
We'll have to save that for a barren
A future date.
There was no bargain. He tried to
Guilty. But is it not true, sir, that you tried to do so behind the captain's back, so to speak?
No, sir. The ship would have profited widely from this.
But you did not go to the captain and ask him for his permission, did you? I'll plead you to this.
Not guilty.
On what basis?
Because I said so.
Sir, in a battle of wits, you are unarmed. I would let your defender speak for yourself.
He's guilty.
It's not proper to sell the captain's property.
That's
Every shipmate is.
Are you his property?
what we're saying here.
Mr.
Hang
Strayhands,
all this.
Mr. Strayhands, there be something wrong with this picture here.
They do.
No.
Oh, sir, before we get to that, there are more charges that we have to bring up.
We haven't even spoken of the facts of this case.
Let your lawyer do your speaking for yourself.
That
Okay,
ain't
Mr.
fair.
Odell.I also brought unjust suit against the captain and the previous counsel.
Aye.
Is that not true, Captain?
Aye, that is true.
Did he not, in fact, bring a case against you under rule number 8 for 800 pieces of silver for the loss of a leg?
Hey, right there. Listen.
It's still there.
It's still there.
He brought the case against you because you only gave him an IOU for 400 pieces.
Aye,
Would you like to respond for your reason, sir?
because the leg is still there.
You didn't pay me.
You didn't give me the leg.
You didn't pay me.
Because you didn't give him a leg.
I gave you the arm.
I don't
gave
want
you the
arm, I want
arm
the leg.
I gave you the long arm of the law, fair and square. Screw it off, mate.
Captain, sir, would you be appeased if I would to take him under my own care and amputate it and turn it over to you?
Well, at that
I
point,
would accept that.
Wait. He said he gave you the arm. I still see an arm on him too.
Aye.
I had an extra one.
He says the captain gave it back.
You know, Mr. Strayhands, looking at this case and the fact that good Queen Elizabeth came in here and we embarrassed him enough in front of her, I will drop said charges against Mr. L.O.S.E.R. because actually I think it would be better if we try Betty Bones.
Hey.
And I would like to name as judge for this case, Mr. L.O.S.E.R. Will you take the mantle of responsibility, Mr.
I
L.O.S.E.R.,
shall.
and be our judge for this trial?
Hey, don't be drawing that at me.
And now, your defense, Betty Bones, will be Mr. Killian.
Unfortunately, I'll have to advise you on financial matters. I'm not very good at matters of law.
You can't list, please.
All right, carry on.
I need to
Your Honor,
Some people ain't good enough.
Your Honor.
the charges that we have brought before you today is that, number one, as you are a member of the undead, as everybody knows, and already, and you through your actions in trying to hasten him to his own unjust death, through your actions, for all eternity, are going to be tied to him through flogging, hanging, keel-hauling, etc., and so on and so on. How do you plead? You better ask the defendant.
I think you need to buy about 5 shares of
Okay, also under rule number 6,
Well, you got
which
two now,
I
mate.
will
All
read
the other
for
one.
you, it says that anyone that raises their weapon when not in battle will suffer the same punishment as in rule number 5. And in addition to that, under rule number 7, anyone that doesn't keep their weapons clean or in any other way is not prepared for action will not receive their share of any treasure. Who witnessed such happening earlier?
Well, I witnessed you drew my sword just now, and not in the time of battle. Against
That
the
is true.
crew member.
That is true. How plead you? On what basis, ma'am?
On the basis that the scoundrel's trying to kill me.
He's not doing anything holding the sword against anyone of the crew.
And how can a dead one do anything to you?
In all
Are you afraid of
actuality,
spooks? Pooh!
in all actuality, even if
Hey, for profit for the captain's ship.
Nay, not for the profit.
Hey,
Nay.
hey. Froggy, you jumped too
It's
soon.
not proper.
Since when do you speak about pirates as being proper? Oh, excuse me, look at how you dress. You're not dirty.
That's thieves.
You are prim and
I'm getting bored.
we'll make that another charge.
You would just skip
You
the
got
middle
me out of
name.
order.
Guilty.
Okay,
Guilty.
it is the captain's ability, if he so chooses, to dispense with having the judge, since he is part of the action himself. He can, under his benevolence, under this code, at his option, has the ability to order that the opinion of the crew be taken into consideration and also accept their verdict upon your judgment. Do you so do, Captain?
I do.
I
Let's
call
say
for a
the truth.
proclamation as to the charges of guilty or not guilty under these charges of Miss Betty Bones. How hear we?
Guilty.
Against?
Guilty.
You're gone.
let's say to the crew for her punishment. Be it marooning.
You know what happens when you do that?
Come back here with this sword.
You can't run out there with a sword, master.
Run out there with a sword, Betty Bones.
Get there. He maroons me. I just go fellowship.
Talk about a kill.
Run it off.
She were found guilty of several charges against the code.
Hey,
Aye.
Very well then.
I'm ready to go clean the bilges again, Captain.
honey.
Oh, I wanted to see what like put that thing on.